He made $23 million in 3 minutes. He had a 167-foot yacht, a helicopter, and a mansion on Long Island. He stole $200 million from 1,513 ordinary Americans, got caught, went to prison, served 22 months, then walked out, and became a motivational speaker, charging $30,000 per appearance. His name is Jordan Belfort, and this is the story Hollywood didn't tell you. Welcome. Actually, forget the welcome. You already know the movie. Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese. 3 hours of parties, drugs, and Ferraris. What the movie didn't show you were the 1,513 people who lost everything. This is their story too. Jordan Ross Belfort was born on July 9, 1962, in the Bronx, New York. His parents were accountants, middle class, ambitious, hardworking. Jordan was all of those things, and one more. He could sell anything. At 16, he was selling Italian ice on the beach at Jones Beach. He made $20,000 in a single summer. At 24, he got his first job on Wall Street at a prestigious firm called L.F. Rothschild. His first day, his boss took him to lunch and ordered lobster and 2 bottles of wine. Jordan watched, wide-eyed, and thought, "This is where I belong." 6 months later, L.F. Rothschild collapsed in the 1987 stock market crash. Jordan Belfort was out of a job. It was the best thing that ever happened to him, and the worst thing that ever happened to 1,513 people. In 1989, Jordan Belfort co-founded Stratton Oakmont. Not on Wall Street. In a strip mall in Lake Success, Long Island. The name sounded prestigious. The location was deliberately chosen to stay outside Manhattan's regulatory gaze. The scheme was called Pump and Dump. Simple, brutal, illegal. Belfort's brokers would buy large amounts of worthless penny stocks, then call ordinary Americans, doctors, teachers, retirees, and lie to them. This stock is about to explode. Get in now, before it's too late. As hundreds of brokers worked the phone simultaneously, demand spiked. Prices rose. Then, Belfort and his inner circle dumped their shares. The stock collapsed. The ordinary investors lost everything, and Stratton Oakmont pocketed the difference. The firm's motto: don't hang up until the client buys or dies. Belfort recruited young men, most with no financial experience, and turned them into wolves. He paid them extraordinary commissions. He threw legendary office parties. He created a cult. At its peak, Stratton Oakmont had over 1,000 brokers and was the largest over-the-counter brokerage firm in America. One deal, the IPO of Steve Madden's shoes, made Jordan Belfort $23 million in 3 minutes. He was 34 years old. What Jordan Belfort did with that money became the stuff of legend. A 167-foot yacht, originally built for Coco Chanel, renamed the Nadine after his second wife. A helicopter that crashed on the front lawn of his mansion while Belfort was high on Quaaludes. Parties where little people were thrown at Velcro targets for entertainment. Swiss bank accounts stuffed with hundreds of millions, smuggled out of the country by friends, family, and a French private banker. But here is what the movie, and Belfort himself, never properly showed: the 1,513 victims. Retired teachers who lost their pensions, small business owners who lost their life savings, elderly couples who lost everything they had worked for over 30, 40, 50 years. While Jordan Belfort was throwing dwarf-tossing parties, real people were losing their homes. The SEC had been investigating Stratton Oakmont since 1989. In 1994, they hit the firm with a $2.5 million fine and banned Belfort from running a securities firm. Belfort sold his stake and stepped back. But the FBI was already watching. Special Agent Gregory Coleman spent years building a case through wiretaps, cooperating witnesses, and financial forensics. The breakthrough came when Belfort's own drug dealer was caught carrying cash destined for a Swiss bank account. One by one, Belfort's inner circle began cooperating with the FBI. In 1998, Jordan Belfort was indicted for securities fraud and money laundering. Facing decades in prison, he made the same choice that most Wall Street criminals make. He cooperated. He informed on everyone he knew. He pleaded guilty. In 2003, he was sentenced to 4 years in federal prison and ordered to repay $110.4 million to his victims. He served 22 months. Of the $110.4 million ordered, only $12.8 million has ever reached the victims. The remaining $97 million still unpaid. To this day, after prison, Jordan Belfort reinvented himself. He wrote a memoir. Martin Scorsese turned it into a movie. Leonardo DiCaprio played him. He became a motivational speaker, charging $30,000 per appearance, teaching the same sales techniques he used to steal $200 million. In 2018, prosecutors revealed he had earned at least $9 million from speaking engagements between 2013 and 2015, and had not paid his victims their proportional share. The victims are still waiting. Paramount Plus is now making a new docuseries about Jordan Belfort, called The Real Wolf of Wall Street. Jordan Belfort will likely be paid for it. The 1,513 people he stole from will not. Bernie Madoff died in prison. Sam Bankman-Fried is serving 25 years. Ross Ulbricht got 2 life sentences, then a presidential pardon. Jordan Belfort served 22 months and became a celebrity. The system does not always work the way it should. This is Dark Money and Power, the truth they don't want you to know.